Hey guys. Okay, I'm sitting outside on the patio to do this video because I was just about to go live and my husband decided to get on or got on a conference call that I didn't know he was getting on. So I could not go live at the same time in there with him talking. I thought that today what I would do was share with you guys a little bit about stress busting and how um, essentially what it is when our bodies are responding to stress and how to do our best nutritionally to overall reduce stress and why that works. So it seems like doubling down on like your nutrition is the last possible thing that you want to deal with right now, but in reality, the way our body chemistry works out, it is the thing that is going to reduce your stress the most right now. So you're going to get the biggest benefit for what seems like a really big investment, but as you are moving along with that, the investment feels less and less. So it's definitely a most bang for your buck kind of thing. I am shivering. It is cold out here. Oh my goodness. So hold on a second. Definitely need some of that tea. Okay, so our body's stress response. Whenever there's a stressful situation, whether it is a physical stress, a biological stress, an emotional stress, an environmental stress, any of those stressful situations have the same effect on our what's called the HPA axis. It's your hypothalamus, pituitary, adrenal axis. So these are organs in your endocrine system. They're responsible for your hormones, and you essentially get the same hormonal cocktail dumped into your body, whether you are trying to outrun a saber-toothed tiger or you're feeling stressed because you're trying to figure out how to homeschool two kids while working full-time. So your body can't tell the difference between the two of those, and it's pumping out the same chemical combination regardless for that. It also pumps out the same chemical combination when you are malnourished, when you are not getting enough of the right vitamins and nutrients for your body to perform its functions. Your body sees that as stress, and it actually has the same kind of stress response as it would if you had just been hit by a car. Okay. It gets the same stress response like this if we aren't sleeping enough. Like all of these things that our body perceives as stressors, like internal chemical stressors, also produce that same response. So really doubling down and controlling our like the vitamins and nutrients that are going into our bodies, whether it's through food or through supplements right now, is important, because what that is doing is, out of these 4 areas of stress that are causing our adrenal glands to fire, we're taking one of them off the table, right? So you're taking that completely off the table. That has a ripple effect, because once that one's off the table, the other one related to sleep and your other bodily functions, because you're getting the nutrients, that one also goes off the table. So you're basically taking all of these 4 stressors and getting 50% off, like 50% of them are no longer an issue when we are getting the right nutrition into ourselves. Okay. So it's whenever times are super stressful like this, what we eat has double the power. If we go and we eat foods that are not supportive of us, or foods that are not things that we would normally eat and our bodies have a hard time with, the negative effects of those foods are amplified by a huge amount, because we're already in a precarious and stressful situation. And so just it's like adding fuel to the fire and making it that much worse. And then we have the exact opposite. If during times like this we double down and we make sure that we're getting in higher amounts of our stress busting type foods, then those have an even bigger effect at this time than they would during normal times as well. So we want to be able to focus on that type of stuff. So that being said, what are the stress busting foods? I am super shivering here. Sorry, guys. That we have available to us, and how are we going to get more of those in our diets, especially right now when we are like not going to the grocery store and needing pantry and shelf stable stuff. So stress busting foods, our top stress busting foods are your dark green leafy vegetables. Look what your dark green leafy vegetables are and doubling down on those. You want your spinach, you want your kale, you want your arugula, your Swiss chard, beet greens, turnip greens, like anything that's greens. You want to be getting as much of that into your diet as possible, like no limit on that, because those are your top foods that have high magnesium, high vitamin K, and these are things that we are depleting even more so when we're stressed out. So they're very, very supportive for you during this time. They're also higher in fiber, which helps your liver work better, helps your digestion works better, helps your gut bacteria, all that kind of stuff. So that would be like one of the top choices to eat. Now, getting those fresh right now is very difficult. So I completely understand where we're at with that. We haven't had, I had some fresh ones Monday, and that was the last time we had fresh greens around the house. So with that being said, like, okay, so that's great. I need to eat a lot of greens. I'm not getting them fresh. So frozen is an option if they are available frozen around you. I would work on stocking up on those during your next either online order, or if you are going to the store once a week, get frozen so that way you can get them in at breakfast every day if they're available. Our next option, they are greens powders. Okay, these are not as great as regular vegetables. Full stop. Not as good. While they do have some fiber, it's not as much fiber as the regular ones, and but they are great in a time where you need a boost. So this is the first one that I've got here, the Sun Warrior brand Super Greens. This is mint flavor. It's pretty good. I put it in water. It dissolves pretty much completely, not powdery at all. Tastes like mint drink. And you're getting a lot of the phytonutrients and a lot of the vitamins that are in greens, even though you're not getting the actual fiber that goes along with it. So that is one option there. I like that one. I'd say like medium effect. It does have, it has a bunch of your grasses in it, like barley grass, wheatgrass, all that kind of stuff. And me personally, I don't do very well on the grasses, but I'm like very rare on that. Most people like do really well with that type of stuff. So that's an option there. The other option that's widely available is this amazing grass brand. They have all kinds of different flavors. They have like algae ones, they have super greens ones, like this is a berry flavor. That's just because what they had at Costco, they had a 30-pack of these. But you can get these at most stores. You can get them on Amazon. They're still stocked on these. These are great options as well for to get a serving in. The next one I'm going to show you, this is, which way am I going? There you go. Trader Joe's versions of Super Green drink powder. My kids love this. We make chocolate milk with it. It tastes like Nesquik, basically. And so they're like, Mom, I want chocolate milk for breakfast. I'm like, sure, because there's some veggies in here too. And, you know, hidden veggies for kids is great. But I will say the last few times I've been at Trader Joe's, I have not seen this available. So it might be out recently, but that is a good option if you can get it. A similar non-Trader Joe's branded one is this Navita's brand. So again, it's just chocolate powder and then a greens mixed together in here. I got this at the regular grocery store. So at Jewel out here, but they also, I've seen it at Whole Foods. I've seen it at several grocery stores, that particular brand. So those are those. And then pretty much most of these brands are good. Some are better than others. Another great brand to look at is Garden of Life. They have really high quality ingredients generally, but getting yourself some kind of a greens powder and getting a serving or two of it in every day, if you can't get the actual greens, is going to do a lot to reduce the overall stress level from nutrition. And it's something that's relatively easy to add in. So that is the first tip, is a greens powder to add in for shelf stable. The second thing that I want to talk about for stress here is these adaptogens. Okay, so adaptogens are basically herbs that have an effect on the body. In order to be classified as an adaptogen, what it has to be able to do is bring whatever hormonal function you have back to center. So if you have an underreactive thyroid, for example, and an overreactive thyroid, and they take the same dose of this herb, both of them should drive either the thyroid up if it needs to go up or down if it needs to go down. And it has to be able to do that to be an adaptogen, which makes things that are classified as adaptogens, some of the most safe and effective herbs that you can take because of their nature in driving your body back to homeostasis. It doesn't matter which way you're out of whack, they're going to be helpful. And because they have strong effects on your endocrine system, they help your body to reduce stress like immensely, especially if you're in overdrive, pedal to the metal, in a situation like this where it's just stress all day, every day. So these are some of my favorite adaptogen blends that I have here. This one from Four Sigmatic, it is basically every adaptogen on the planet in one thing. It's in a powder. I will pour this into hot water. That's actually what's in my tea right now. I have like a mint tea bag in here and then the adaptogen blend, and I'm drinking that, and it does give you an overall calming effect. I like to call it like meditation in a cup, basically, because you have it and within like half an hour, 45 minutes, I'm feeling like that whole panicky anxiety feeling just like goes completely away. So that's what this one is. The other option that I have, and you can get these on Amazon, is the Republic of Tea brand. Right down there, they make adaptogen cheese. So this one is the Tulsi and Rhodiola, and Tulsi is like also known as holy basil. I'm like in mirror image here, so I can't point very well. Anyway, Tulsi is like one of the best adaptogens for stress. And fully safe for pregnant and breastfeeding. So you can look that up if you want more verification on it, but this one is amazing. And then this one is ashwagandha, another one that's great and provides like kind of, if your brain is in overdrive and you just can't stop, like it just keeps going. This one's very calming for that. So Republic of Tea is the brand. They have all kinds of tea. You can get this on Amazon. And last I checked, they were still in stock for that. The other option that I am loving right now is Four Sigmatic, the same brand that makes the Just blend. They make coffee. I drink all my coffee from them. They have these little individualized coffee packs, and this one is basically coffee and adaptogens. So it's very mild caffeine for the morning, so I'm not like jittery, but it's also giving me that kind of like effect, because a lot of times when I'm stressed out and you have your morning coffee, it kind of stresses you out more because the caffeine is ramping your adrenaline and your adrenal glands up even more than they're already ramped up from the stress. So coffee, when stressed out, can be very counterproductive. And so this is still allowing me to drink my coffee and kind of balancing that stress level out there. So adaptogens, second thing. So the first thing is the green powder, powder. The second one is getting some good adaptogens in to help your body manage the stress a little bit better. And then my last ones are magnesium. I mentioned magnesium as being one of the minerals that really, part of the reason why greens are so important is because magnesium is needed in order for us to feel calm, and to when we're stressed out, we end up burning through a lot more of it. And as women in general, we burn through a lot more magnesium because of our monthly cycles. So women, first of all, we have it stacked against us. First of all, we're low because we're not getting a lot of it in our diet. Then we're low because we have monthly cycles. And then we have generally a lot more psychological stress than a lot of the guys in our life do. So like triple depletion for us on magnesium. The best way to get it back in, our body uses it the best, absorbed through our skin. So that's why we talk about Epsom salt baths being relaxing. That's high in magnesium, and you're actually getting a dose of it sucking in through your skin. However, if you're like me, like who has time for a bath? So what I have is they make magnesium oil sprays, and you just spray it on your skin and kind of rub it in and go to bed, and then you absorb it overnight, and that's a good way to get it in. And very effective, highly bioavailable that way. The other option is to take it internally as a supplement. You have to be careful with this because magnesium is a bit of a muscle relaxer. And so if you take too much of it or the wrong kind of it, or your body doesn't adapt well to it, it can give you some gastrointestinal problems. If you imagine relaxing muscles and what that can end up doing to you, it's not very super pleasant. So that being said, I found these these are what I have found to be pretty effective as these Nuun tablets. They're Nuun rest tablets. They're essentially little fizzy tabs of magnesium and electrolytes that you can put in water, and they help basically relieve muscle stress. If you're all tense, it helps your muscles relax, all that kind of stuff. Gets a little bit of a dose into your diet. So both of these flavors are great. I like them. I make them into a hot tea at night, and I will maybe use these 2 times a week, maybe 3 times a week, not more than that, because again, the gastrointestinal stress, and it's more effective when you use the spray. And that's geared towards getting better sleep, because I talked about how what we're eating nutritionally can reduce that one level of stress, which then helps us to reduce this, to get the sleep in order. So these are things to help with enhancing the sleep portion and get that whole 50% of the stressors out of the way, so that way we can handle everything else a little bit better. So the last 2 things I'm going to share is superfood mushrooms are other foods that are very, very high in antioxidant and nutritional content in a small package. So being able to add those in is going to, again, give you a lot of bang for your buck, and they're shelf stable. So yet another thing that is really effective for us right now. And so I'm going to show a couple times. Again, it's the same company, the Four Sigmatic company. That's the one that I do all the mushroom stuff with, just because I like that company. But you can probably look up some other ones, like Layered Superfood has mushrooms. That's the only other one I'm thinking off the top of my head right now. But you don't have to buy from the companies I buy from. It's just these are the ones that I've used and have on hand. So for the sleep, this reishi mushroom is great for relaxing and sleep. I actually notice when I wear like the sleep tracker, like the Fitbit sleep tracker thing at night, if I've had a cup of this before bed, I am getting on average an hour to an hour and a half more deep sleep than I do on nights when I don't have it. So it has a profound effect on the quality of the sleep that you get, and it's very like relaxing. This is perfectly safe for kids also. The same company makes reishi / hot cocoa, and on nights when my girls are like, you know, the nights where they're just super, super ramped up and you're like, they're never going to go to bed, give them the hot cocoa, and it helps them just like kind of calm down and get to be closer to going to sleep. And then the other one I wanted to point out was this green one. It's chaga mushrooms. Chaga are the highest concentration of antioxidants in a food. And so these are really, really great at helping support your immunity. So that's another thing that we're pretty worried about right now is immune support. And so this is a great option if you're worried about immune support and want to sort of boost that up or help your body to function its best in that, is the chaga mushrooms. And it's raining now. It's starting to come down on me and all of my bags and my computer. Yay. Okay, so with that, I'm going to sign off. If you guys have any questions on this stuff that I was showing you here, please let me know. Let me know what other support you guys are needing. And I am going to do my best to help pivot and get you guys the stuff that you need up front right now over the next couple of weeks. So with that, have a great afternoon. And like I said, put #replay in the comments when you see this so I know that you've seen it. And I will answer any questions that you guys got. Okay? Have a great rest of the day. Bye. Hey there, thanks for watching my video. If you want more great content like this, comment and let me know what questions you'd like me to address. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.